One final mic check here. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Little mic check for our friends back here. How we coming through? It'll come through in just a second. Should be. There we go. Great. 1 2. Mic check 1 2. An even white balance for you guys. Mic check 1 2. Mic check. Testing 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 1 2. Thank you, gentlemen.
You stand right here with me. Okay, good morning, everybody. Please have a seat. This is Madeline. I just met her in the hall. Doesn't she look pretty? She's going to help me today. Well, thanks everybody for being here. We're gathered for a moment that while this is official and procedural, this is also deeply meaningful. It's the final step in the election process. Elections, when you come down to it, they're really about trust. And trust that every ballot matters, trust that this process is fair, trust that at the end of the day, the election results reflect the will of the people. And I'm proud that Oklahoma put such a high premium on keeping our elections safe and secure. I'm grateful to the election workers and the poll volunteers who made sure that there were no doubts about the validity of our elections. To all of our voters and all the Oklahomans that participated, thank you so much for doing your democratic process. Our right to vote is at the very core of our democracy. And it's essential that we all exercise this right. Now, I know that elections can stir up some strong emotions. For some today, feels like a victory, all right? I think a lot of people in this room, it feels like a victory. But for others, it might feel like a disappointment. That's the nature of this process. But we have to remember at the end of the day that we're all Oklahomans. We're all Americans. We're all in this together. We want the same things. I tell this all the time to people. I say, let DC play politics. As Oklahomans, we really want the same thing. We want the best education for our kids. We want the best opportunities for Madeline and the next generation. We want the strongest economy. We want safe communities. You know, regardless of election outcomes, it's our job to come together and work for all of these things for the future generations of Oklahomans. I'm excited for what the next 4 years are gonna mean for our country and really the world. But I'm more excited to see what we can accomplish together as Oklahomans. So as we certify these results, let's take a moment to appreciate what this day means. It means our democracy is strong. At the end of the day, we're in this together. Part of being an Oklahoma is that we don't ask what party you're from, before lending a hand. We walk with our neighbors and we display the Oklahoma standard, no matter who you are in the state of Oklahoma. So thank you all for being here today and participating in this process. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless the great state of Oklahoma. And now as we begin this ceremony, I will invite each elector to the desk to sign the certificates of the vote, and then I'll present each elector with a certificate from the state election board, and we'll grab a photo right here. So would our first at-large elector, Roderick Perkins, please come forward. We've got an AP government class with us today, right? All right, welcome, guys. You know, this process is happening in every state in the country right now. So California is certifying their election, Georgia, Nevada, Texas, New York, every state's doing the exact same thing. And then we will seal these all 7 of these electors in Oklahoma will go into an envelope, and we'll send 6 different copies. And then the January 6th that we hear so much about is in Washington, D.C., when Congress opens these envelopes and counts the votes from all the states. So as of today, this election is certified not only in Oklahoma, but also in every state in the country. Did you vote, Madeline? Would our second at large elector, Don Spencer, please come forward? And I got my 2 boys out of school today, so I want to introduce Remington and Houston are with us today. Like every father, I like to embarrass the boys a little bit. They said, "Don't introduce us, Dad." Okay, would Karen Hardin from Oklahoma's 1st Congressional District please come forward? So you guys juniors, seniors, sophomores. Excellent. So you're learning about this in school, correct? Okay. I wish I had more filler jokes to fill the time here while we're waiting. Dom, you got anything for us? Yeah. Remy or Houston, do you have a joke for us? The next one, I've got one for the next one. Would Paul Palmer from the Oklahoma 2nd Congressional District please come forward? So this businessman was driving down a rural part of Oklahoma, and he kind of driving about 30 miles an hour, and all of a sudden something runs right past him down the street, down the road. And he looks, and it's a chicken, and it's outrunning his car. He's like, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen. And it whips into this farm, and the business guy's like, I got to go check this out. So he pulls in the driveway, and there's a farmer out working on his tractor, and he walks over to him, and he said, did you see a chicken run through here? And the farmer said, yeah, sure did. He said, that was the fastest chicken I've ever seen. And the farmer said, yeah, he's my chicken. He said, me, my wife, and son, we each love the drumsticks, and we all fight over them. And so I decided to breed a chicken that has 3 legs, so we can each have a drumstick when we eat chicken. And the guy's like, this is unbelievable. He said, it's just super fast like that, right? He said, yeah, it's crazy. He said, well, how do the drumsticks taste? He said, I don't know. I can't catch it. I thought y'all would like that better than that. Okay, would Sean Roberts from Oklahoma's 3rd Congressional District please come forward? This is Sean's daughter, right? Young people in the back, anybody got a good, clean joke for us? Huh? I know one of y'all do. Come on, this is your chance. Get on camera. Who's brave? Who are y'all going to nominate? You're looking at one guy, I think, right there. Come on forward. Come on up here and introduce yourself. Okay, would Melinda Doherty from Oklahoma's 4th Congressional District please come forward? Is anybody coming? This is a trivia you could have for the rest of your life that you got up at the press conference during the electoral signing. Okay. Does anybody have any questions while we're waiting? Everybody but the media. Josh, do we?
Certified, man. That was it, but thank you.
Yeah. So, my son was asking me that on the way to school. I took him to school this morning. Do we use FedEx or do we use UPS, or is it certified U.S. mail? Pony Express. U.S. Mail. You know, but really, if you think about it, back in 1907, when we became a state, we would do this in December, and they would have to travel by horse and buggy or train to Washington, D.C. So it took a while to get all of them collected, and you had to plan and get it done a little bit early. Any other questions, young people?
You want to do it?
Yeah, come up here, come up. What's your name?
Hi, Charlie.
Okay, this is Charlie. Charlie, state your name. What grade are you in?
I'm Charlie Acuna, and I'm in 10th grade.
Okay.
How do you make a Kleenex dance? You put a little boogie in it.
Hey, Remy, I know you've got one. Come here, Remy. Houston. Remy, come on. Come here.
Sir, I have a joke.
All right. Yeah, come on up. Would Brian Morris from Oklahoma's 5th Congressional District please come forward? No, you're good. Okay. So you state your name.
I'm Jack Hemingway. I go to OCS. I'm a sophomore. Okay, why the Scarecrow win an award? He was outstanding in his field.
Remy. I don't know. Love it. I love it. You a math teacher? Where at? Oh, excellent. That's great. Appreciate it. And so we also, so the 7 electoral votes for Oklahoma, kids, do you know how we come up with 7? Why our state gets 7 and not 8 or not 4? You do? How? Two in the Senate, and then our 5 congressional districts, correct? And there's also, I think there's a couple alternates in the room as well. Is that correct? How many alternates do we have? 2. Do we have 7 alternates? We have 4 alternates here. Okay, got it. Okay, so thanks everybody for signing. I'm going to now certify the electoral votes by putting the governor's signature. So as governor of this great state of Oklahoma, I hereby certify and confirm that all 7 electoral votes have been cast for President Donald J. Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance. And now I'll invite Secretary of State Josh Cockcroft to the signing desk to attest to the signatures. And young people, how come we have more electoral votes than seats in Congress plus the Senate? Do you know? Yes, we do. So if you add up all the congressional districts across the country, so the seats in Congress plus the Senate, there's actually 2 or 3 more. That's right. DC has 3 votes, but they don't have a seat in Congress. So they have 3 electoral votes. I guess, is it 3? Yeah. And we have Nathan Dahm, former state senator in the room, and also the chairman of the Republican Party in the state of Oklahoma. I was going to ask, after I do this, you can tell us how you select your electors. Okay, I'll invite Secretary.
Thank you, Governor. Governor, I'm honored to attest that all 7 electoral votes have been cast for President Donald J. Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance.
Thank you, Secretary Cockcroft. Now, as the certificates are being sealed, I will invite each electoral back to the desk to certify the sealed envelopes. So would Roderick Perkins return to the desk to certify the envelopes? Dom, yeah, come on up. Tell us how you select your electors. See you, buddy.
So for the Republican Party, we started this process last year in January at our precinct meetings. So just as you go to vote at your precinct for the regular elections, for the primary elections, the general election, we also use those precincts, which are basically essentially neighborhoods, and all Republicans are allowed to come together and join at that meeting in January if they want to be a delegate to their county convention. Then we have a county convention, and from the county convention, we have district conventions based on the congressional districts. So we have 5 of our electors and our alternates that were each elected at their congressional district. So we had an alternate and an elector elected from the 1st congressional district. Also from the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, we had an elector and an alternate elected at each of our congressional districts, which were held in March and April. Then at our state convention in May, everyone that had attended their precinct meeting, their county convention, their district convention, came to the state convention, and we elected 2 statewide electors and alternates, just like the 2 U.S. Senate seats. So at our congressional districts, we elected our electors and alternates for those congressional districts, and then we have our 2 statewide from the state convention, which is where we get our 7 electors and 7 alternates, which not all the alternates are here today, but we're thankful that all 7 of our electors did show up. So,
Thanks, buddy.
thank you.
Okay, would Don Spencer please come to the desk to certify the envelopes? And so if Vice President Harris would have won the state of Oklahoma, there would be 7 different elected electorates here that were presented by the Democratic Party.
And the Democrats were also doing their electorals through their convention process and everything. So
In March,
there are 2 different sets, but
Right.
it's whoever
Wins, correct.
the next term.
Thank you, Don. Would Karen Harding return to the desk to certify the envelopes? Thank you, Karen. Would Paul Palmer return to the desk to certify the envelopes? And this desk that we're signing on today was Henry Bellman's desk when he was governor, and pulled that out of the historical something or another. And the desk that I use in the governor's office was Dean McGee from Kerr McGee. It's a really nice desk that he used for 50 years as he was building his company, and his family had donated to the National State Archives, something or another. So we pulled that out. Thank you, Paul. Will Sean Roberts return to the desk to certify the envelopes? Thanks, Sean. Would Melinda Doherty return to the desk to certify the envelopes? Thank you, Melinda. Would Brian Morris return to the desk to certify the envelopes? Okay, now we're going to put the envelopes in another envelope and we're going to re-sign them again. Just kidding. This concludes our program for the electoral process today. Thank you for taking a part in this very important election process. We'll get this up, and then I'll invite the electors up one more time. We'll take a group photo, and then we'll invite the alternates up, and we'll be done for the day. Have a great week, everybody. God bless you.
Let's look here first, and then I'll move, and everyone else can grab some. Let's look here for a minute. Perfect. All right.
Okay, alternates, do you want to come up?
Alternates will just join you. You guys can stay.
You guys, sorry.
Try it out.
Should our alternates stand with our electors? It doesn't matter.
Just go to where you're not directly behind the person, one way or the other. There you go. Perfect. All right, ready? We're good.